What's good, YouTube? It's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul, and welcome to another video. Today we're going to break down and recreate the lead sound from Justin Bieber's track Intentions featuring Quavo. So let's get straight to it. After it's all said and done, we're going to get a sound that sounds something like this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right to it. The sound does incorporate two different sounds mixed into one. So we're going to start off with the first one. Let's create a new softer instrument track. And we're going to bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer. And we're going to close that out for now. I'm just going to copy down the MIDI pattern, solo this out, and here is the pattern if you want to work off of that. And we're going to open up ES2. So for our first oscillator and the only oscillator, we're going to push this over to a sine wave. We're going to push the triangle mixer 100% to oscillator 1, take out oscillators 2 and 3, and we're going to get something like this. Let's go ahead and turn on mono. The slider from the sine wave to like sort of an FM type of sound, we're going to pull that up. Get a little bit more clicky, gritty a bit. Over in our middle section, we're going to turn this blend all the way to the right hand side. Pull up the cutoff. Pull up the FM here. And lastly, I'm going to pull up a little bit of drive. I'm going to pull in a little bit of distortion as well. Leave that a little bit brighter there. All right, next for our ADSR, we're going to pull down our attack. Maybe pull down our decay a little bit. Actually, we'll just leave it like that. So there's our first sound. Let's just pull back our volume here so it's not so loud. All right, so the next thing that we want to do now is add in a bit crusher, some distortion. We're going to go to distortion, bit crusher, and it's going to give us that gritty vinyl sound that you hear in the record. We're going to turn the downsampling down to 3 times, get it more gritty. Pull back the drive a bit. All right, next let's go ahead and bring in another distortion. We're going to bring in, this time, overdrive. And we're just going to distort it a little bit at a certain point. Just a little bit, make it fatter. Just wanted to just ring out that sort of ringing sound from the bit crusher. All right, next we're going to bring in a channel EQ just to shape our sound. Let's cut out some of the lows, turn on our cutoff here. So this is going to sort of be our mid-range to high-range part of the sound, and then we're going to build up our lower end. So there's that grittiness that you hear in the track. Next, let's go ahead and create a new softer instrument track. And we're going to bring in another instance of Logic's ES2. Close that for now. And let's go ahead and just copy down the same MIDI pattern. And let's build out this sound. Let's go open that up. And for this sound, we're going to be using one square wave over here. So I'm going to pull the triangle mixer up to oscillator 1, push that over to a square wave. We're going to go to mono and we're going to turn on unison to make this nice and wide. Let me just turn that off so you hear the difference. We're going to change our oscillator start to hard, so it really punches in there. Let me just pull down our volume. All right, next let's pull down our cutoff. I'm going to pull up a little bit of resonance, a little bit of drive, make it fatter. I'm going to pull up our sine level all the way, kind of fill that out, make it a little bit more meatier. All right, next let's go over to our ADSR. We're going to pull down our attack. Want more of a clickier sound. I'm going to pull up our decay a little bit. Now I'll adjust our length of our notes with the decay. Alright, so there's the second sound right over there. We're going to blend that in with some, we're going to bring another overdrive just to really make this big sounding. Just get a really big sounding there. Next, it's going to bring in EQ. Let's cut out some of the lows. Do a steeper Q here. I'm going to cut out a little bit of the mid stuff here so that the other stuff can pop through. Maybe I'll do like a wider Q. We'll just leave it at that there. And we're just going to go ahead and boost up some of the top end here. So that just cleans up that sound, makes it a little less muddy, and just a little bit more fuller, piercing sounding. So those are our two sounds right there. Next, what we got to do is group these two tracks together, and we're going to create a new track stack, just like that. And over on the summing track, the first thing we're going to bring in is yet another overdrive to get this sound nice and full. Let's go and just solo those two out over here. So we're going to really pull out the top end here this time. All right, so something like that is okay. Next thing that we're going to do here is, on our group track, we're going to bring in a sample delay and make this nice and wide. So we're going to go to sample delay stereo. We're going to go to milliseconds and just pull up our left channel a bit. Just a little bit. You don't want to go too much there. All right, next is going to open up an EQ, and we're going to go ahead and just filter out some lows. Get sort of that clickiness in there. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring in another plugin here. We're going to go to Dynamics, and it's going to be Enveloper. And we're just going to shape the sound a little bit more. I want it to be a little bit more punchy at the top. So we're going to pull up our attack a little bit here, just something like that. And the time, we're going to make it faster. We almost want that click at the top of the sound. And finally, we can go ahead and bring in a reverb. So let's go to Logic Space Designer, and this is what's going to really pull out the entire sound. I'm going to go large space, warp space, gunshot. And then you got the main sound right over there. If I go ahead and bring that in with some of the other sounds here, it's going to sound something like this. By the way, these two shots over here, this melody, sub-pattern melody, is the same sound as this first one over here. So I'm just bringing some hi-hats, a clap, and the sound over here, and this is what we get. Main lead sound from Justin Bieber's track Intentions featuring Quavo. For your Logic users out there, I'm going to save this session for you guys. Place that as a downloadable link in the description box below this video. For your non-Logic users out there, I will place a MIDI pack for the lead if you do want to go ahead and recreate the sound yourself. Using the same steps here, you should be able to apply it to any synth and DAW of your choice. So those two packs will be in the description box below this video. If you do have any questions on this, we can go ahead and chat in the comment section below. Happy to talk over there. And of course, if you did like this video or learn something from it, remember thumbs up, share it, and of course hit that subscribe button for more great videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later. Peace.